I got hooked at a hukilau on the beach the other day. The hukilau net was quite sedate in the Polynesian way. Good cow, cow, and okole how the jug went round and round. I gave a swish and gave a swish, and look at me at they found. A couple of kids, the neighbor squids, the new dog and a cat. When I spied by the ocean side a cute wahine in a aloha hat, she looked at me and I looked at her, and then I realized that I got hooked at a hukilau by a pair of laughing eyes. Oh, I can't remember the words. How they doing? Couple of kids and the neighbor squids, the poi dog and a cat. And then I spied by the ocean side a cute wahine in a aloha hat. She looked at me and I looked at her, and then I realized that I got hooked at a hukilau by a pair of laughing eyes.
Ake huri here,
e huri he,
e a ene oe,
oe,
e a e ana e kou,
a ke ana e kau,
a ka ano e a loko,
loko,
a mahu
e
ka
kia
makai,
i o i a nei, ka huri ana, i ko ka ini,
a pehe ano hoi,
a pehe ana hoi,
i nā maanei,
manei,
ki lohi mai oe,
lohi mai o
i nei iau. Nā papalina,
papalina,
nā ominei,
mihine,
nā ue i ke mai,
na ue i ke pai,
noho e ke ona ona,
o na pali e ke kua, a ka laina e ke alau, a mane mole oe, a pume hana ka ua,
nā makanei,
na makanei,
a ka ili pu'uwai,
a pu'uwai,
ke honi nei ihu,
ke ho'i nei ihu,
olua, olua, po'ohiwi
Po'ohiwi.
Alava mai oe
Alava mai oe.
Aia lalo ia nare
Nani.
Akehina ne la Akilave mali Hoi oe Akei ke ai Haina kapuana
Haina kapuana.
Pili kau ke pau
Ke pau.
Hana lilo oe
Hana lilo oe.
Lilo ya milei
Shira.
Shira no B flat
Shira.
B flat
Au hea oi nalani. Au hea vale oe. Hea hano lau kauhana. Lilo no iau.
Kaya tik the lopa
Au hea oi nalani. Au hea vale oe. Hea hano lau kauhana. Lilo no iau.
Haina Haina chuo Haina
Haina mai nalani. Nalani oi nalani. Hea hano lau kauhana.
Lava
Lilo no iau. Lilo no
Thank you so much, and good morning, and aloha. Welcome to Honolulu Hale. The City Council's Honorary Certificate Program honors and acknowledges those individuals and groups who have made an impact in our local, national, and international communities. We have a number of recipients today, and so honored that you all are here today. So thank you for coming. Mr. Clerk, our first recipient.
Good morning, Mr. Chair and council members. Our first honorary certificate presentation recognizes Brandy Nalani McDougall on being selected as the Hawaii State Poet Laureate. This presentation is made by Councilmember Cordero.
Thank you. Good morning, Chair, members, and everyone joining us today. I am so pleased, so stoked, not using the best of words, to be able to honor someone who I will introduce you all to very, very soon. And although I'm not the best at my words, the month of April is set aside each year as National Poetry Month, celebrating poetry, poets, and their integral role in our culture. It was established by the Academy of American Poets in 1996, and the National Poetry Month is one of the largest literary celebrations in the world and presents an opportunity to discuss the powerful art form. Each April, it also allows people to appreciate and be inspired by the pure talent of poets who are able to beautifully and powerfully express themselves, our history, their culture, and so much more with a depth of meaning through words and verse. One of these truly inspiring gifted poets is Brandy Nalani McDougall, who's right here in front of us. Brandy has been selected as the Hawaii State Poet Laureate from 2023 through 2025 as part of the new collaborative initiative between the Hawaii Council for the Humanities, State Foundation on Culture and the Arts, and the Hawaii State Public Library System. The designation of the Hawaii State Poet Laureate recognizes and honors a Hawaii poet of exceptional talent and accomplishment. And Brandy, it will be the second Hawaii State Poet Laureate following Kealoha, who served from 2012 through 2022. So Brandy was born and raised in Kula on the slopes of Haleakala on Maui. And Brandy is a Kanaka Maoli author and poet, a loving and inspirational mother, and an associate professor specializing in Indigenous studies at the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and so much more. On that point, I do want to note that Brandy was my professor in the American Studies department, and she joined the department at a critical point where I was I did obtain my bachelor's in American Studies, and her passion and mentorship like teaching was a breath of fresh air in the department, but allowed for us students to reinvigorate our own histories, our own passion, and things that we didn't really uncover until we were there. So a lot of things, like through different literary works and expression, more than just regular papers and theses, or thesis. I don't know what the plural form is. Excuse me. Okay. So her eloquent, beautifully crafted words of hope and wisdom cover difficult issues with grace. She sees poetry as a way to appreciate, reflect, empathize, hope, and dream, and in doing so, connects us as humans and heal from trauma and pain. Her first poetry collection, The Salt Wind Kamakani Pa'akai, was published in 2008. And her second poetry collection, Aina Hanau, Birthland, is inspired by her daughters and is forthcoming in summer 2023. Okay, perfect. Oh, I was hoping that was, okay. June 13, 2023. Let's be ready, June 13. Okay, as Hawaii State Poet Laureate, Brandy plans to offer poetry readings and workshops at schools, public libraries, and other community spaces throughout the state. Just last Friday, my social media was riddled with all this footage of Brandy at the at the state capitol, doing her own works in the rotunda of the capitol. So that was beautiful. All these offerings of workshops and more are hopes to encourage the public, especially students, to write and find their voices through poetry. Observing many people in Hawaii going through hardships of their own, Brandy hopes to highlight the ways poetry can heal and form connections and encourage people to follow her on that path of healing, healing, especially as the world emerges from a space of unprecedented isolation. She wants to emphasize that all Hawaii poets, whether established or emerging, are part of a long legacy of poets who get to live in one of the most beautiful, diverse, and amazing places on earth, and can also feel loved, fed, and protected by Aina. She also wants to communicate that being a poet in Hawaii comes with an important kuleana of loving our Aina back through poetry. Through her efforts, she hopes people are inspired to share their own truth through poems, reflect on how to work through their trauma, learn how to have hope, and grow stronger through connections to Aina community. And throughout that process, feel the strength, aloha, and sense of belonging that has been with them all along. Today, we are so fortunate to have joining Brandy with us today, her mother, Laurale Kekauoha, and one of her daughters, Kule Hiva Hiva. Therefore, on behalf of the people of the city and county of Honolulu, the Honolulu City Council congratulates Brandy Nalani McDougall on being selected and representing us so well as the Hawaii State Poet Laureate, and extends its warmest aloha and best wishes to her and her ohana for her continued health, healing, hope, connections, happiness, and success in all future endeavors. And it's so great to see you, Brandy. Thank you, everyone, for allowing me to introduce an amazing person.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, our next recipient.
Our next presentation congratulates the Marino School Life Smarts team for winning the 2023 Hawaii Life Smarts State Competition. This presentation is made by Councilmembers Say and Dos Santos Tam.
Councilmember Say.
Good morning, colleagues, esteemed guests, and members of the audience. It is my pleasure this morning to recognize the Marino School Life Smarts team for winning the 2023 Hawaii Life Smarts State Competition. Before I go any further, I would like to introduce our distinguished honorees this morning. Please raise your hand when I call your name, and you can also do the shaka for us, okay? Coach Kit Yu Wong. Kit. Next, we have Team Captain Chris Ho. Chris? All right, thank you. Mr. Adam Nelson? Shaka, all right. Madeline Augustin? All right, terrific. Benson Leong? Benson, congratulations. And Caitlin McLeod Asahan. All right. So once more, let's make a shaka to all the audience out there in the state of Hawaii from Marino School. Mr. Chair, for the Marino School Life Spark team, this annual competition remained the ideal venue for demonstrating their knowledge of personal finance, health and safety, the environment, technology, and consumer rights and responsibilities. May I, at this time, now yield the floor to Councilmember Dos Santos Tam.
Well, thank you, Councilmember Say. Subsequent to the preliminary online portion of the competition, top scoring teams from Kalani, Marino, and Waipahu high schools were invited to compete in an in-person competition held on February 17th, 2023 at the University of Hawaii Campus Center Ballroom, where they tested their skills through an online test, a speed smarts activity, and game show style buzzer rounds. And I happened to be there for some of it, and it's very impressive to see these students' ability to process information, to recall that information, to apply it, especially as they pertain to life skills that they need to have to be successful citizens through the rest of their lives. So under the direction and leadership of Coach Kit Yu Wong, the Marino School Life Smarts team won the 2023 Hawaii Life Smarts State Competition and will go on to represent Hawaii at the National Life Smarts Competition in Cincinnati, Ohio from April 27th through 30th, 2023. So right around the corner. With the support of their coach, teachers, teammates, and family, these young leaders have had inspiring achievements of which they should be very proud. These talented students will surely prove to be extremely successful in any of their future endeavors, given their extraordinary skills. And so now I'll yield the floor back to my colleague, Councilmember Say.
Thank you very much. Therefore, on behalf of the City and County of Honolulu, the City Council hereby congratulates the Marino School Life Smarts team for winning the 2023 Hawaii Life Smart State Competition, and we extend our very best wishes for a much successful competition at the National Life Smarts Competition in Cincinnati. Please bring home the trophy, okay? Further, the council conveys its gratitude to the coaches once more, teachers and volunteers and family who unselfishly devoted their time and energy for the students that are here this morning. The council wishes the very best to the Marino School Life Smart team as they continue on success. I think all of us here at the City Council look at all of you as the future leaders in the state of Hawaii. And if there's any request from Uncle Calvin, the request would be, after you graduate college, please come back to Hawaii. Aloha.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, our next recipient.
Our next presentation honors the Wahiawa Community and Business Association for its many years of service to the Wahiawa community in Central Oahu. This presentation is made by Councilmember Wire.
Mahalo, Chair. And it's my honor to recognize and welcome to the Chamber of the Wahiawa Community and Business Association, who, like many of you, braved the rain and the power outage and the traffic to be here this morning. Located in Central Oahu, you'll find one of Oahu's best-kept secrets. Known as the gateway to the country, the beautiful town of Wahiawa rests upon 1,300 acres of land that were once used for cattle grazing and continues to value its agricultural identity. In the late 1890s, the lands were opened as homestead sites when their lease expired. And by the early 1900s, a promising and tight-knit community had developed, leading to the creation of the District of Wahiawa, which included the villages of Pomoho and Whitmore. Nestled between urban and rural areas, Wahiawa has at times been neglected and underserved in terms of vital services and programs, in part due to the rapid development of other regions of Oahu. Thankfully, the Wahiawa Community and Business Association, or WCBA, has helped to deliver relief to the residents and businesses of the community. Through their numerous partnerships and volunteer efforts, they have exerted a profound influence on Wahiawa's future. Founded in 1935, the WCBA's early mission was to engage with local businesses addressing common concerns, serving owners and patrons to empower businesses and enrich the daily life in Wahiawa. Today, the WCBA continues to support the Wahiawa community by stimulating community-oriented economic growth and entrepreneurship. And through its cooperative relationships, the WCBA fosters common ground between businesses, community members, and Wahiawa's rich cultural heritage. Through the years, the WCBA has organized community-wide events, such as the annual Wahiawa Santa Parade and the first annual Wahiawa Easter egg hunt, which was held last year. And the WCBA founded the Wahiawa Pineapple Festival in 2004, which I hope to see everyone at on May 6th at Ka'ala Elementary School, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And today, numerous nonprofits, businesses, and the military assist in organizing the Pineapple Festival. So this morning, we're honored to have President Micah Binovitz, Secretary Dagmar Bramer, board members Keone Alo, and board member Marcia Sumili. Also standing on behalf of the members that couldn't be here today, Vice President Duncan Osorio, Acting Treasurer Cross Crab, and board member Abby Sadoy. And this is just one of the role that these four community members play. One organization amidst all of the other commitments they have in terms of public service to our community and ensuring that the quality of life of our residents is improved. And so I really extend my mahalo to them. And on behalf of the people of the City and County of Honolulu, the Honolulu City Council hereby recognizes and thanks the Wahiawa Community and Business Association for its exemplary service to this community. And furthermore, the Council extends its best wishes and continued success in all of WCBA's future endeavors. Mahalo.
Thank you so much. Mr. Clerk, our next recipient.
Our next presentation congratulates the Waipahu High School Life Smarts Team Number 1 as a top finalist in the 2023 Hawaii Life Smarts State Competition. This presentation is made by Council Members Talba and Say.
Congratulations to Waipahu High School Life Smarts Team 1. Come on, everybody. All right. The 5-member student team was the top finalist in the 2023 Hawaii Life Smart State Championships held in February. So when I call your name, Uncle Kelvin had Marino do one shaka. You can do 2 and 1 chihu. Just plain. No need to do that. Just maybe 2 shaka. All right. Waipahu High School team 1 was coached by Cindy Takara. Awesome. The student team included team captain Isabella Eva de los Santos and team members Estefani May Bayudan, Ken Hirota, Hunter Von Tangelen, and Serenity Kalai. Give them a round of applause, everybody. They competed against 13 other teams and showcased their knowledge of personal finance, health and safety, the environment, technology, and consumer rights and responsibilities. Prior to the second place win, Waipahu High School has won 2 Life Smart State Championships in 2014 and 2022. Life Smarts is run by the National Consumers League and sponsored by the DCCA Business Registration and Insurance Division and the Hawaii Credit Union League. The council wishes Waipahu High School and its Life Smart team continued success. I turn it over to Council Member Say.
To Waipahu, congratulations and many more successes in the future. My vision and my goal when I look at these young students today, they are the future leaders of the state of Hawaii. And I think, Cindy, that one day you'll have one of your students be in the council or in the state house or the state senate. Congratulations, best wishes, and imua. Aloha.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Our next recipient.
Our next honorary certificate presentation congratulates the student winners of the So'olei for Memorial Day poster contest. This presentation is made by Councilmember Talba.
Thank you. Our National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific was built in 1948 and became a burial site for more than 13,000 soldiers and sailors who died during the war. Some 5 million visitors go to the cemetery each year to pay their respects to the fallen. Since the cemetery opened in 1949, the city and county of Honolulu has held an annual Memorial Day ceremony to honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country and our freedom. The Boy Scouts of America will place an American flag by each grave, and community volunteers will help the Department of Parks and Recreation make 38,000 fresh flower lei to lay on every grave. To promote the lei-making event, the Department of Parks and Recreation held a poster contest and asked the island keiki to draw a picture that promotes lei-making activities and the ceremony. Students were allowed to use pen and ink, crayons, pastel, and paints. They had to create a picture with the theme So'olei for Memorial Day. This year, there are 100 entries submitted to the Department of Parks and Recreation. All entries were judged on appeal, originality, and effectiveness. 3 students of each category were selected as the winners of their respected age group. In the category of kindergarten through 4th grade, the winners includes Maney Sadera, raise your hand, Savannah Antonio, Paige Hijirata. If you can raise your hand, Paige. Good job. The category of 5th through 8th grade, the winners are Kaylee Yu, Paige Peterson, Sienna Voigt. Awesome. In the category of 9th through 12th grade, here are the top 3. First place, Florence Kunishige. Second place, Grace Hart. And in 3rd place, Ashley Yu. Congratulations to all of you from the Honolulu City Council.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, our next recipient.
Our next presentation honors Patty Kahanamoku Teruya and Cynthia Resents for their dedication, advocacy, and leadership to the community. This presentation is made by Councilmember Tupola.
Thank you so much. And mahalo nui to the Royal Hawaiian Band for that mele nahe nahe. So good. We love the entrance music. So today, Cynthia was not able to make it, but I will honor her at our next neighborhood board meeting. We do have the wonderful and beautiful Patty Kahanamoku Teruya. Yes, make some noise. Many of you know her. Auntie Patty has dedicated her life to community advocacy and leadership. She's served 29 consecutive years in public service as of this year. She has been a community advocate and a leader across the Leeward Coast since she moved back to Waianae in 1977. Since then, she's worked at the city under various mayors and the Neighborhood Board Commission Office from 1994 until her retirement in 2011. Auntie Patty is not only our neighborhood board chair for Nanakuli, but she also serves as a commissioner for DHHL, a board member for the Nanakuli Hawaiian Homestead, and president of the Waianae Coast Community Foundation, which oversees 2 Hawaii Food Bank distribution centers along the Waianae Coast. Aside from her leadership positions in these organizations, she also helps with Toys for Tots. She's organized multiple parades through our community. Anybody who has done anything amazing for Nanakuli High School, she quickly pulls together a parade and gets the community going, pulls the permits, gets the flatbeds, gets all of the the booyah for the kids. And really, we want to thank her for that because it helps our sports programs, it's helped our performing arts, and Nanakuli High School has really, really appreciated all of your community advocacy for them. I did want to acknowledge that there are neighborhood board members as well as a number of leaders from our community here supporting this wonderful leader. I'd like to acknowledge Pastor Alan Cardenas, Pastor Sai Amosa, Nona, Princess Sai, Amy, Neighborhood Board Member Jermaine, Representative Diamond Garcia, Neighborhood Board Member Samantha DeCourt, and Neighborhood Board Member David Corona. If this was closer to the west side, we'd have more people, but we appreciate those who did come out today and battle the traffic to be here. We are so grateful. I can't say how much I have learned from you. I first became a neighborhood board member, and she was one of my colleagues, and I have seen this lady be relentless, never giving up. When somebody pushes back, she finds a way through so that our community can have the things that we need. And so may we all continue in your legacy, Patty, and congratulations on behalf of the Honolulu City Council today. Please, a round of applause for Patty Kahanamoku-Seru.
Wonderful. Mr. Clerk, our next recipient.
Our next presentation recognizes and congratulates 30 students of the Po'okela Fellows Class of 2023. This presentation is made by yourself, Council Chair Waters, and all members of the Honolulu City Council.
Councilmember Tupola.
Thank you. In 2008, the City and County of Honolulu launched its Po'okela Fellows Internship Program. Modeled after the White House Fellows Program in Washington, D.C., the Po'okela Fellows Internship Program includes the next generation of leaders to the world of public service.
Those selected interns have the opportunity to be personally mentored by a city leader, work on city projects, and make a difference in our community.
The Po'okela Fellows Internship Program serves as a valuable learning opportunity for emerging leaders. It is a partnership between the city's Department of Human Resources, city leaders, and the universities on Oahu to train and empower the newest generation of employees.
Each intern is personally selected, mentored, and supervised by a city leader, and then given real-world assignments and projects to apply classroom knowledge, expand skill sets, and make a difference in the city and county of Honolulu. Olai Kawai.
Mentors include city directors, deputy directors, division and branch chiefs, engineers, information specialists, planners, and more.
And graduates of this program are better prepared for future personal and professional success. Former interns have transitioned to full-time status in various departments, including the Department of Information Technology, Department of Human Resources, Honolulu Authority for Rapid Transportation, the Managing Director's Office, Budget and Fiscal Services, and the Honolulu Board of Water Supply, working in a variety of roles ranging from project engineers, bioengineers, accountants, marketing specialists, to civil service employees.
Since its inception, 304 college students have completed this program. 24 former fellows have chosen careers with the city. 15 are in civil service positions, and 2 are in personal services contract positions. In addition, several fellows have served as mentors themselves as a way to give back to the program.
The Po'okela Fellows Class of 2023 has 30 students from the University of Hawaii at Manoa, University of Hawaii West Oahu, and Kapiolani Community College, as well as Chaminade University of Honolulu and Hawaii Pacific University. We recognize each of them for their commitment, dedication, and hard work to making our island community a better place for all of us to live, play, and work.
While not everyone was able to attend today's ceremony, we would like to acknowledge each of the students in the Po'okela Fellows Class of 2023. If you're here today, please raise your hand when I call your name. The Po'okela Fellows Class of 2023 are Seth Addison, Jonathan Areola, Hannah Bailey, Christian Burgess, Wilmar J. R. Butak, Stephen C. Kamara, Jason J.S. Chen, Lisa J.S. Cheng, Stenton Ching, Haley E. Guzman, Gavin K. Kondo, Yi-Ji Lee, Haley K. Matias Terukina, Ethrin Medrano, Aiden N. Molina, Janai K.A. Naka, Aliyah C. Nakamura, Amy P. No, Leah Wen, Mason M. Peterson, Rosamond G. Rowan, Kwon H. Hsu, Caitlin Y. Smith, Sean G. Suda, Jamie K. Sugihara, Sean Tamashiro, Tanner T. Tamura, Roderick Ulep, Kobe K. Ueda, and Zian Zhang. Therefore, on behalf of the people of the City and County of Honolulu, the Honolulu City Council hereby honors and congratulates the Po'okela Fellows Class of 2023 and extends its best wishes to its mentors, graduates, and ohana for continued success in all future endeavors. Congratulations. Mr. Clerk, our next recipient.
Our next presentation honors the American Lung Association in Hawaii for their work to increase awareness on lung cancer prevention. This presentation is made by Council Member Tam. Tam. I'm sorry, my apologies.
Well, thank you. The American Lung Association's motto is, when you can't breathe, nothing else matters. And here in Hawaii, the American Lung Association in Hawaii was established in 1934 when Mabel Wilcox, Dr. Herbert Waterhouse, and Bernice Hundley started the first chapter of the association on Kauai to help Native Hawaiians with tuberculosis prevention and treatment. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the Lung Association has aided in the challenges faced by those living with lung cancer during the pandemic. For decades, the Lung Association's life-saving work has included activities such as helping youth and adults quit tobacco advocating for clean air policies at both the state and federal level, and trained community volunteers to work with children in public schools to develop asthma management plans. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the Lung Association has aided in the challenges faced by those living with lung cancer and other pulmonary disease. And as someone who's suffered through long COVID symptoms, I greatly appreciate their work. Every year, the Lung Association's Lung Force celebrates what they call Turquoise Takeover, turning the state its signature color, which is turquoise, to increase education and provide hope for those living with lung disease. This year's Turquoise Takeover will take place in May, specifically May 8th through May 14th, and the Lung Force Initiative unites the nation to raise our voices for lung health and against lung cancer. Various turquoise ambassadors across Hawaii are actively raising funds and awareness about the impact of lung disease on our state, our economy, and our residents. And joining us today are several of these ambassadors who are doing fantastic work in the community. We have Consuelo Garcia, who currently serves as the American Lung Association's development intern and also works at Straub Medical Center's Oncology Center. Consuelo attends Hawaii Pacific University, majoring in public health, with a minor in health education and promotion. She's graduating next month in May, and she plans to continue her education with HPU by entering into their Master's in Public Health program and later a Master's in Business Administration. We also have Cynthia Goto, MD, who's a physician and medical consultant who, for over 30 years, has been advocating to improve access to healthcare and social services. She's worked in legislation and campaigns relating to unintended pregnancy and sexually transmitted diseases, legislation to improve access to emergency contraception, expedited partner therapy, tobacco control, physical activity and nutrition, and domestic violence issues. She's also worked to pass legislation and fund and initiate maternal mortality review, which serves to improve maternal health through the prevention of morbidity and mortality. Dr. Goto sits on the board of directors of the Hawaii Medical Association and is a past president of the association. We also have with us Melody Higa, who's an operations analyst at Matson. She's received a Bachelor of Science in Finance and International Business from Creighton University. Melody is the current Miss Hawaii volunteer, and she aspires to share the importance of giving back to the community to ensure that future generations are well equipped with the tools to succeed. We have Remy Kobatake, who was born and raised in Honolulu, Hawaii, and is a junior at La Pietra Hawaii School for Girls. She's embodied the spirit of service and volunteerism from a young age, taking part in various community service activities and advocating for equal opportunity and seeking to elevate the quality of life for young people like her. Remy was crowned Miss Hawaii Teen Volunteer 2023, and with her platform of uplifting with upcycling, she promotes sustainability through repurposing clothing and uplifting the community. And finally, we have Jordan Lee, MD. Dr. Lee was educated at the Kamehameha schools and graduated from the University of Hawaii Manoa John A. Burns School of Medicine, where he's part of the faculty. He's triple board certified by the American Board of Internal Medicine and Critical Care Medicine, Internal Medicine, and Pulmonary Disease. It means a lot to him to be able to give back to his underserved Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander communities. He's part of the team at the Queens Pulmonary and Critical Care Group, where he practices compassionate, evidence-based medicine and lung patient-centered care with Aloha. So the Lung Association is going to be continuing to work with a robust education campaign to support the early detection of lung cancer through screening and advancements of research. And while lung cancer remains the leading cause of cancer deaths among Hawaii residents, there has been a dramatic 28% improvement in the lung cancer survival rate over the past years across the nation, and a lot of that to do to Lung Association's work. So I want to honor them, especially with the Turquoise Takeover Week that's coming up May 8th through 14th. And I also want to thank its Executive Director, Pedro Haro, the Lung Association staff, its Turquoise ambassadors, its leadership board, and its many volunteers. Thank you for your work in the community.
Mr. Clerk, our next recipient.
Our final presentation celebrates and honors Alice P. Hewitt and Frank Kawai Kalani Hewitt for their significant contributions to the He'ia and Kaneohe communities and for their work to preserve and perpetuate Hawaiian history and culture. This presentation is made by Councilmember Kia Aina.
Aloha kākou. The Honolulu City Council takes great pleasure in recognizing Auntie Alice Pualeilani Kana'e Hewitt and Frank Kawai Kapu o Kalani Hewitt for their significant contributions to the He'ea and Kaneohe communities and the preservation and perpetuation of Hawaiian history and culture. Please join me in welcoming Auntie Alice and Kawai Kapu Hewitt to the Honolulu City Council with Ohana Jareen Hewitt and musician Kamalani Kia. Alice Pualeilani Kana'e Hewitt is a beloved mother and kupuna and is respected for her dedication and contributions to the He'ea and Kaneohe communities. She is affectionately called Auntie Alice by many and serves as the board president of Kako'o'iwi, a He'ea-based nonprofit whose mission is to perpetuate Hawaiian culture and practice through the restoration of lands by providing sustainable farmed fresh produce. After 45 years, Auntie Alice continues to serve as a volunteer and advisor to Keiki and their ohana at the Honolulu Police Department's Police Activities League of Kaneohe. She is sometimes referred to as the Mayor of Kaneohe and was recognized by the community with the naming of the He'ea Neighborhood Baseball Field in her honor. Auntie Alice is an active, long-serving member and past president of the Ko'olau Poko Hawaiian Civic Club, a legacy membership she continues following in the footsteps of her makua, Frank and Eva Kana'e, who also served as members of the club that support the culture and heritage of Native Hawaiians. As I mentioned earlier, Auntie Alice is mama to Kawai Kapu Hewitt, a renowned kumu hula, kahuna, Native Hawaiian healer, kumu ho'oponopono, and haku mele. Kawai Kapu has served the community for 50 years on Native Hawaiian education, including as a teacher and lecturer of language, music, culture, and hula at the University of Hawaii Windward Community College. In 1978, he founded Kuhai Halau o Kawai Kapu o Kalani Pa Olapa Kahiko and has hula haumana on Oahu, Kauai, Maui, and in Japan. Kawai Kapu is committed to preserving hula knowledge and genealogies, provides a deep understanding of the traditional ways of learning hula, and creates learning opportunities for future generations. And finally, in 2022, he was inducted into the Hawaiian Music Hall of Fame for his 5 decades of work as a talented songwriter and composer. Therefore, the Honolulu City Council hereby honors and recognizes Auntie Alice Pualeilani Kana'e Hewitt and Frank Kawai Kapu o Kalani Hewitt for their significant contributions to the communities of He'ea and Kaneohe and all the people of Hawaii. And furthermore, the Honolulu City Council extends a warm aloha and best wishes to the Hewitts for continued success in all their future endeavors. And now I will turn the floor over to Kawai Kapu Hewitt and Kamalani Kia, who will share a beautiful mele and hula with us. The first song written by Kawai Kapu and recorded 68 times worldwide. Mahalo.
Hallelujah.
ikikai Hula leana lehua I ka moana Hey, yeah, hey, yeah. He kupala ka ua I ke kai Ke hoi hou he aloha mai He kupala ka ua I ke kai Ke hoi hou he aloha mai He mele no e kulani Ka waile hua ala ka honua He mele no e kulani Ka waile hua ala ka honua Ka waile hua ala ka honua Beautiful, bro. Beautiful, bro. Beautiful. Hoka vai ka pōre nā nā.
Oh my goodness, that was so beautiful. What a perfect way to start our hearing and our meeting. This concludes our Honorary Certificate program. I'd like to thank Ricky Ricard, Scotty Furushima, and Kaipoa Singh from the Royal Hawaiian Band. Wonderful. Thank you guys. Really appreciate you every month. Members, let's take a 5-minute recess before we start. We are technically start at 10 o'clock, but let's take a very brief recess.